Welcome, family. I'm going to be letting people in. Welcome, family, guys. I'm super excited, grateful, and blessed to be on this call with you guys, opening up day one of the DCX crypto free trial. Bear with me, guys, as I let people in as I speak. Okay, but guys, I'm really excited. Please let's start this off by writing in the chat where you guys are tuning in from, what city, what state, what country. I love to see the diversity. We have 70 people deep today. But I'm really excited, guys. My name is Caccamo. I've been part of this platform, I Am Mastery Academy, for about 2 years now, 2.5 years. Oh man, I'm letting people in still. Okay, Dubai. I see you, Mario. Jamaica, Colorado, Cali, Pakistan, Arizona. Okay, some Florida. Yeah, I'm out here in Florida as well. Oh man. All right, we gotta get this weight. Okay, so guys, I'm extremely excited. I'm gonna get started, guys. Really, I'm going to go over a couple of things. I'm going to pass it on to somebody who's honestly changed the game for me, right? If it wasn't for this individual, I would not be a part of cryptocurrency whatsoever. I would not be in a space. And it's funny because I don't even know if he fully knows the story. He's going to know tonight. But really, guys, I want to go over a couple of things, right? I want you guys to first, in the chat, right? I want to see what you guys' answer is to this. Think back to where you guys were specifically 10 years ago, right? Where were you 10 years ago? I'm a 27-year-old, right? So I personally, 10 years ago, I was 17, right? I didn't know really, I didn't have a direction in my life. I wasn't really sure exactly what I was going to do. I didn't have a vehicle. So write in the chat, guys, what 10 years ago for you specifically, did you have, or does it seem like a lot has changed over the last 10 years, right? Write a yes or a no in the chat. In the last 10 years, did a lot for you, did a lot change, right? I'm going somewhere with this, right? All right, so I haven't seen one no yet. All right, cool. So, my pastor at church yesterday, he basically said something that was crazy. They did a study, right? They did a study of multiple age groups from 18 to 65, and they asked the same question, right? They asked the question, right? Man, I'm still admitting so many more people. Everybody's late today, right? They asked the same question, right? Has a lot changed for you in the last 10 years? And majority, everyone said, yes, no matter the age group, no matter what age they were, 18 to 65, they all said a lot has changed. But then they preceded the question, they followed it up with, all right, in the next 10 years, do you believe that a lot will change? Right. And then they all answered the same, but it was opposite. They all believed that in the next 10 years, not much would change. Right. And I think that shows a lot. Right. And I honestly think it's just the way we're conditioned as humans. Even for me, it's crazy to really know what can happen in 10 years, how much can happen. I was 17. Right. Some people in here, some of my boys, I know you're 18 years old. You were 10 years ago. Right. So definitely a lot changed for you. Right. So some of you guys might have had kids in the last 10 years. Right. Some of you guys might have relocated, moved. Right. A lot can change. But the problem is a lot of people don't have depth of vision. Okay, they can't see that far in the future, right? And it's crazy because the space, the world we're living in, right, with technology, it moves so fast. And the next 10 years, a lot will really change, right? So for me, guys, I live here in South Florida, right? I'm 27. I got started with this platform, I Am Mastery Academy. Some of you guys are probably part of the team. Some of you guys are probably brand new. Some of you guys probably don't even know what cryptocurrency and NFTs are, right? You guys are on the right call, right? So in November 2019, I got my physical therapy degree. I have a handicapped brother. I thought that was going to be my profession. I thought that was my vehicle, my path moving forward in my life. But I realized that I wanted to do something different. I wanted to have more freedom in my life, right? So in 2019, I found this platform, and it was all because of a Zoom link, right? Shout out to Zoom. We're all on Zoom right now. For me, it all started with a Zoom link. And I got started in 2019 with my girlfriend at the time. She's not my wife, right? A lot does change over 2 years, right? And 2020 hit. 2020 came, and COVID hit Miami specifically really hard. I'm not sure where you guys are. Maybe COVID hit at different times, but in March of 2020, right? This is right when COVID was the worst, right? We couldn't go to the gym. We couldn't go anywhere in Miami. And my schedule, my girlfriend at the time, right? We didn't believe that COVID was going to stay around for a while. I don't know if you guys felt like that too. I thought it was gonna be like a 1 week, 2 week thing, right? So our schedule was kind of like, all right, we wake up, we study, we're working online to be entrepreneurs, right? For the first time ever from being servers, right? We got laid off at our serving job. right? And we're enjoying the sun on the balcony. We're learning new information, right? We're doing home workouts and we're making cocktails. That's kind of what our routine was during COVID, because we didn't believe it was going to last longer than a week or two, right? And it was crazy because during our home workout in March of 2020, I got a Zoom link. Shout out to my mentors, Katie and Lane. We got a Zoom link, and there was someone speaking on that call. His name was Nick Gomez. I've heard of the name. I've never seen him speak. I didn't know much about him until that call. And that was the call, guys, that really started my cryptocurrency journey. And for me, that was a very important time. Basically on the call, Nick was basically talking about how he's like, look, guys, he was analyzing the markets and cryptocurrency. He basically stated on the call, he's like, look, guys, I don't know your financial situation. I don't know if you have a lot saved or if you're ready for this pandemic that we're actually starting to feel the pressure of. But what he did say was this. He's like, look, if you guys do have something saved and you don't need to spend it in the next couple months, he said 2 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, if you're able to put that somewhere else instead of keeping it in a savings account, that's truly not earning you anything. He said, if you can do that and you decide to not do it, he said politely, I don't know how polite it was. He's like, you guys can just step off the call, right? And at the time I had some money saved up and I was like, look, I want to stay on the call. It wasn't really what he said, but how he said it. And I wanted to be coachable to Nick. And at the time, I could have put a lot in. I think that most people, I think everybody's crypto journey starts with a missed opportunity. I don't know about you. I've heard about Bitcoin a long time ago and I didn't take advantage of it, right? Because the people that were telling me about it, they didn't also know enough information. So when I was hearing from Nick basically said, guys, this is probably the lowest, this is the lowest you'll ever see Bitcoin in your life, right? He said that, and it was currently sitting at 3,500, right? And I was lucky enough to take action on something because you guys are going to get information. You guys are going to get knowledge and education today, but it's all good. But if you don't take action on it, it really doesn't mean much. Right. And I'm grateful that Nick, was kind of assertive on that call in March 2020, because I really didn't put a lot in. I put it in $150. Right. And I love that I only put a little bit in, because it shows that you don't need to have so much money to get started in the space. A lot of people, they look at Bitcoin, they look at Ethereum at multiple thousands of dollars, and they think it's too difficult to actually get in because it's too expensive. Right. Especially those who live in Miami right now. Right, FTX Arena, the Heat Arena is named after a cryptocurrency exchange. It's like the crypto capital right now. And it's hard because we hear it all the time. We think it's too late. We really, and the problem is it's not, right? So it's actually good. I have someone that lives in Wisconsin, a friend of mine. They got their first Bitcoin ATM in their local convenience store, and the whole little small town is all like, what's going on? Well, what is this, right? So some of us, we all have different perceptions on what cryptocurrency is. And I just want you guys to know it's definitely not too late, right? Not enough people know. Right now, we're all learning this through an option. This is an option right now, but in the future, it's going to be mandatory. Our children will have to know about this information. And it's really life-changing information. So I'm really going to step out the way, guys. And I'm going to let my boy take over. Nick, bro, I'm super grateful for you, man. If it wasn't for that one Zoom, right? Because I started with 150, right? And as I started seeing that compound and make money, as I started seeing it double and triple and quadruple, right? I was able to put more money into it as I learned more about cryptocurrency. I became more educated, I became more confident, and I became, honestly, a little bit more riskier, right? Now I put majority of my income is not sitting in a savings account, because I know what crypto can do. And because of you, bro, because of that one Zoom, I got married in February, and a lot of that, the expenses for that was paid with crypto profit, right? I'm not saying that you're all going to have the same result, but it's possible, right? I'm just another guy. I don't have any special education. I'm not, significantly intelligent, right? But my life has been drastically changed. My family is in, my mom and dad, who never believed in this, they're in on cryptocurrency. My older sister, my uncles, my aunts, my cousins, right? Some are on this call. So I'm extremely grateful, because it all started with you, bro. And you're somebody who you've made it financially, to an extent, right? You don't have to be here. You can be free, right? You don't have to be on these calls. You don't have to be educating the masses. But what do? You're constantly showing up for us, bro. And honestly, that means the world to me, bro. It shows where your heart is. So without further ado, Nick Gomez, bro, are you there? Let me find you. Hold on. This might take a second, bro. I'm going to find you on here, and I'm going to make you host. There you are, brother. I'm going to make you host. You should be good to go.
Awesome. You hear me loud and clear, Chase?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, hey, man, congratulations again on getting married, man. That's awesome. So some crypto profits took care of that. That's super exciting. But how we doing, everybody? Excited to be here. Let's drop some threes for Chase for just getting recently married and obviously using cryptocurrency to pave the way for it. That's incredible. But hey, man, appreciate the words. And for those of you that are guests here, you know, just like Chase was unable to hear the information at one point, so was I. You know, everybody was able to have access to just information at one point or another. And this is the call for you. You know, if you're a guest, if this is your first time hearing this information, I'm really excited to just, you know, be that person that could just educate you, you know, just like I got educated in 2016, 2017 of what cryptocurrency was. Maybe you've heard of Bitcoin, Ethereum, NFTs, the metaverse. Through its time, social media, I mean, everything's just going nuts. Elon bought Twitter today, and I'm sure crypto is going to be one of the currencies on Twitter moving forward. But, you know, the world is moving, it's expanding, it's becoming digital. And my goal is to just educate you, you know, right? Give you that, you know, that breakthrough and to understand what the metaverse is all about, the NFT world. Why is it important to understand? Why is it important to be a part of it so you could reap the benefits and understand that it's not too late? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share my screen right away. So you guys understand exactly what we're talking about. Right now, we're actually looking at BTC. This is a Bitcoin chart. And the beautiful thing about cryptocurrencies, we're extremely early. I know for some of you, you might think we're not. You might have missed the bubble or the train or the boat or however you want to say it. But the truth is that we are very, very early. This market has only been around for about 11 years or so. And the market typically goes up every 3 years, goes down 1 year, every 3 years goes down 1 year, the last 11 years. And for the first time in these 3 years since Bitcoin got to COVID prices, which they were around $3,000, $4,000, we've seen a lot of institutions come on board, like JP Morgan, right? Like certain countries now naming it an illegal tender, an official currency in some countries. We're seeing hedge funds, institutions pour billions of dollars into it. You know, big retail companies now naming cryptocurrency a way of payment. So it's not this bubble or this esoteric thing that's just going to disappear and go away. This is more of it's a technology, and that's where you need to understand what it is. You know, most people let just Bitcoin pass or go over their heads because they don't quite understand what Bitcoin is all about or what crypto is all about. And it's a technology, and Bitcoin really came about it. It was the first cryptocurrency to ever, you know, really start this revolution of technology called blockchain. And now 19,000 other cryptocurrencies have emerged, all thanks to BTC. So you're probably asking yourself, well, out of the 19,000, which ones do I invest in? Which ones do I trade? Which NFTs do I pick? How do I get involved in all this? I think guidance, mentorship, education really is extremely important. And what I'm going to share with you guys today is just some basic concepts, some over the surface info so you could understand all these different industries within crypto, but also how you could take advantage of these industries and you could see how far this market could really head, because Bitcoin's only $39,000. I know it sounds like a lot, but our market capitalization is very, very small. And I'm talking about the size of all the Bitcoin in the world. And you have to understand there's only going to ever be 21 million Bitcoins. So that gives the opportunity to a currency like Bitcoin to really potentially be this world digital currency that most of our currencies around the world have not been able to do. Because if you look at the dollar, the euro, most of these currencies have gone through hyperinflation. And through COVID, we have seen, you know, the reprinting of money, and we've seen most of our dollar bills, if you're in the States, lose inflation. Now I'm hearing 6, 7, 8% a year, while cryptocurrencies over the last decade have been the highest performing asset class in the entire world. So, you know, there's clues to everything. And I'm a big believer with a lot of mentors that I have that you follow the money, right? You really want to understand that there's powerful things happening in the back end, but you want to catch these pieces and these crumbs and you could be ahead of the curve. And I think one of the biggest ones that I could probably relate with you guys and you guys understand is maybe you guys have heard of Facebook, for example, changing their name, one of the biggest companies, if not the biggest social media giant, changing their name from Facebook to Meta, and all to invest over $10 billion into the metaverse. So you should kind of piece these pieces together and see why like companies like Microsoft are starting their own metaverse, Sony, Nike, Coinbase, of course, GameStop, a lot of big, massive players, companies that we know about are investing not just in crypto, but are starting to build their own metaverse. And the reason I'm kind of pivoting here for you guys to understand is because within cryptocurrencies, there's different industries, right? There's cryptocurrencies that you could buy and sell and trade. Within crypto, there are NFTs. Within crypto, there's the metaverse. Within crypto, there's decentralized finance. But Meta is something that is getting really, really, a lot of attention, like the metaverse. And for those of you guys that don't know what the metaverse is, I'll give you guys like a quick glimpse. This is the metaverse to the left. This is the augmented reality of the right. It's a technology, in my opinion, that's going to change how we watch movies, how we interact on social media, how we view events, how we attend concerts, how we just, roam around this world of internet. So let's just read it here really quickly. The metaverse is a place where virtual reality, 3D worlds, the internet, and all gaming come together and people interact together. So in a very simple context, right? Maybe you guys have gotten an Oculus for Christmas, or you got it as a birthday gift, or you've probably seen it around. We've seen everything become digital, from music to so many different industries where technology is evolving. And most of what we see on our phones, computers, and tablets are all 2D. So what now most of these companies are doing is we're really transforming now what we thought was social media, gaming, everything into this augmented 3D, 5D, even virtual world. And I'll give you guys an example here to our left. I think through the most times that we've been seeing people that work from home nowadays is due to the pandemic and COVID. We've seen a huge skyrocket on how many people now are able to work from home, Zoom calls us like this. But the metaverse is allowing people to do these meetings and make it feel like if you were just there with people in a conference room, or for example, with anybody in an actual meeting. And here on the right, you guys will see, for example, someone using augmented reality. So here, these are two people that, for example, are playing this virtual chess, but this individual is not actually there. They're able to virtually see each other and play this virtual game. So why am I sharing with you with this? Because it's a new technology, and most of it's probably going to be built on cryptocurrency. And the reason being is because it's going to be this new transfer as well, this new technology. So for example, if you felt like you missed Bitcoin, or you missed Ethereum, or you missed Bored Ape Yacht Club, there's so much information and opportunity in crypto. And this newest industry, the metaverse, is really all coming together with, for example, what NFTs are. And this metaverse, this augmented world, is now all coming together with what we call the NFTs. And maybe you've heard of these NFTs, these non-fungible tokens, Bored Ape Yacht Club, Mutant Ape Yacht Club. Maybe you've seen a couple buddies on Twitter or social media, and you've kind of seen what these pictures are going for, these JPEGs, as most people call them, from 1,000 to 100,000, $500,000 to celebrities buying in. But what you have to understand is it's more than just a picture that could be screenshotted or saved. It's art, right? It's a representation of something that is online in this blockchain, in this world, of this digital world, and you are the true owner, right? Because there's a lot of misconception of what NFTs are, and I'll just kind of briefly, talk about it. NFT is a digital asset that could represent real world or digital objects like music, art, game in items, videos. They're bought online and frequently sold strictly most of the time with cryptocurrency. They represent ownership. So why is that so important? And why am I talking about pixelated dragons, monkeys, gorillas, whatever the case is that you've seen in NFTs? It's because it's the start of a technology, right? And I'm from Miami right now. Most concerts, for example, Ultra was just recently here. If I'm not mistaken, most of some of the tickets were actually off an NFT. If you attend some of the Heat games, or even some of the different basketball games around the States, they actually gift you an NFT of that specific game as memorabilia. So we're starting to see non-fungible tokens as a way for a membership. Like Equinox is actually building an NFT. So instead of passing around that key fob to all your friends and family, and they could all use that one membership, it proves a sole owner of anything. So NFTs are really becoming very, very popular. You've probably seen prices soar. And the question is, how do I go about them? How do I get educated? Which ones do I pick? How do I get involved? And why am I covering this right now? Because crypto, the metaverse, and NFTs all coincide, right? The metaverse is this new augmented world that we're going to potentially participate in, build businesses in, sell real estate. There's digital land. There are millions and billions of dollars being bought and sold here in this world of the metaverse, but also these non-fungible assets, things that can't be duplicated, replicated, can't be divisible, things that, for example, a Bored Ape Yacht Club. I'll just briefly, for example, show you guys what I mean. Let me go over here and go to OpenSea. For example, an asset like Bored Ape Yacht Club right here. We'll just look at one really quickly. It's probably the most popular and the biggest NFT in the entire world right now. The most affordable one right now is going for $434,000. Now, that might not make sense to you. And of course, that's a staggering amount of money. There's NFTs that go for a couple $100, $1,000, $2,000. Now, the purpose of what these NFTs are, it has a community. It gives you access to, for example, opportunities in the space. It gives you access to, for example, now they're launching their own metaverse. So it gives you the opportunity of these NFTs all then pieced together to, for example, what this metaverse that I'm talking about. And all are built on most of the time on cryptocurrencies. So the question is always, okay, Nick, I understand a little bit of the technology, a little bit of where things are headed. I want to also understand, for example, the charts. Like, what if I told you guys, this is also the big misconception that you need a lot of money for crypto. And just like Chase showed you guys, he started with just a couple $100. And the beautiful thing about crypto is you don't need to buy a whole BTC or a tenth of it, or a whole $40,000 worth of Bitcoin. You could buy a piece of it. You could actually divide Bitcoin up to 100 million pieces and invest into it for the long term. But what if I told you guys also that in these same times while we're waiting for example, the Bitcoin to potentially head to 100, 200,000, 300,000, which is all extremely possible for this asset, you could be making potentially money every time that Bitcoin goes up and every time that Bitcoin goes down. All through, for example, these are called trades. So every time that Bitcoin goes up every dollar, you could be potentially making 10 cents, for example, 20 cents, $1 per pip that it moves up, or $10 per pip that it moves up, or every time that the market goes down, you could be actually shorting it and selling it. All of this, everybody, is with our platform. So if you have all these questions and you want to get educated, you want to keep learning, we're part of this platform, and this package is called DCX, and hence why you're on this trial. And we wanted to just kind of give you a little bit of exposure, a little bit of nuggets and info onto what trading is, number one, what the metaverse is, number two, and of course with the NFT and how it all comes together and where you guys could learn and how it works. So with our academy, you guys are going to have videos from beginner, novice, advanced. I mean, everything that you guys need to know about NFTs, decentralized finance, everything about the metaverse. So you could get acquainted, understand the charts, understand how to start a portfolio, how to really interpret the market if that's what you want, because everybody's different. Maybe you're on this call and you really want to learn about NFTs, or maybe you're on this call and you really want to learn about trading. We have that all. We have so much content, educators to really walk you through everything, and all goes through our academy and videos. And one of the most exciting parts, I'll actually, throw it up here really quickly, is, in my opinion, for you guys to be successful in anything. And I'm sure anybody who's an athlete, a professional, someone really good at a sport or a hobby, you probably had a mentor, somebody who showed you the do's, somebody that showed you the don'ts. And here you're going to have access to educators, individuals that are live. So imagine a classroom setting. Most of us have gone to college, have gone to school, and you attend the class and they'll teach you, different topics. Here, when you're a part of our academy, you're going to have a live expert. All right. They're called educators, and they're all specifically good at a niche within cryptocurrency, whether it's DeFi, whether it's NFTs, whether it's the metaverse, whether it's day trading, whether it's starting a portfolio. And these individuals are all live every single day of the week, educating you with live sessions. You could join, on your computer, or for example, on your phone. Let's go to Picasso here really quickly. And you're able to attend their live classes, and you're able to ask any questions here on the right in the chat box. And just in case you miss some of these sessions, you're able to catch the recordings. Now, why is this so powerful? Because while you're going through the academy, you're learning the foundation, you're understanding the basics, the strategies. You're able to have educators, individuals with a lot of experience, vetted individuals who have made a significant amount of money in the cryptocurrency space, educate you through your journey, just like if you had a coach, a mentor, you know, a teacher walking you through every single step, and any doubts, question you guys are able to ask here in the chat box. So on top of the academy, on top of the mentors, and obviously the educators, you guys are going to have also leverage ideas. So for those of you guys that really want to learn how to trade, I love trading. I love to margin trade. I'm one of the three educators, one of the four educators that send positions here on the Swipecoin app and on the website, where we trade, for example, pairs like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and we're sending you positions, for example, where the potential zone that we're looking at to buy, what targets we're looking at, how much it is we're potentially risking. And we also have on our website a way for you to have your educators and our educators on our platform telling you which specific cryptocurrencies, because there's 19,000, which ones they're vetting, which ones they have educated themselves, which ones they have really dived deep and made research on to see which ones are the correct projects that we see could potentially become a blue chip or a top 10 coin or a top 1050 coin or a top 100 coin. So you could add them potentially to your portfolio. And I'll give you guys examples. I mean, to adding in our portfolio side of things here called the exchange side, we've had educators like Curtis tell everybody and add a position, an idea to buy Ethereum when it was $700. It peaked well over 4,000. We've had positions like ADA, Cardano, where it was called at 15 cents, ran all the way to $3. We've called positions like Sushi that were about $1.50, $1.20, and went over well over $20. All of this you have access to, and these educators are not just guiding you, but they're also giving you ideas or positions in the market that could potentially play out. And on top of all that, I want you guys to understand the whole package is very, very, very diverse, because not only will you have all this education for trading, but on top of that, you'll have these live classes. Let's say you really want to learn about NFTs or the metaverse. You have educators that are also strictly focused once a week and with their sessions showing you which NFTs they look at, which projects potentially could really blossom in in the future in regards to the metaverse and also the NFT space. And you're going to have a lot of different tools that are really very powerful technology that are going to help guide you through the entire market. So I'm actually going to cover this one really quickly. I don't want to bombard you guys with a lot of information, but this is, for example, one of our tools that we call the Swipecoin Scalper. All right. It's a programmed algorithm that actually gives you guys trade ideas, right? To scalp the market. Because if you don't know, Bitcoin is probably one of the most volatile asset classes and pairs in the entire world. So imagine being able to scalp or take small trades, and whether the market goes up or down in 15-minute, 30-minute, even maybe 45-minute positions, you guys could potentially net a good amount of profit per position. So I'll show you guys here, some examples, all right? Let me clear this chart. This is the scalper, and what it does is it's programmed to find either buy ideas or sell ideas. So positions to either buy or sell on the chart, and it'll populate them here on the right. So for example, here it let us know that there's a potential idea for a sell. And if you see what the market did, it completely just tanked. And if you would have entered that position on your actual trading account, you could have netted a potential profit. But we teach you how to use the scalper, how to use these softwares. We educate you on why these positions would have been met. And all of this, for example, happened, this sell idea would have taken about 2 hours, and it could have netted you a potential win of $91, $910, $9,100. All depends, of course, on how much you're risking, how much you have in your balance, and how much you have in your account. All of this you have access to, and it's really exciting because everybody has their own niche, or what really moves you or what's really intrigued. Maybe some of you guys here really want to learn about the metaverse and how you could buy these digital plots of lands and maybe build your business that you already have on the actual digital space, or you're looking to learn about NFTs and how you could flip or find the next big projects to earn and obviously trade, or you're looking to just start a portfolio or learn how to trade on a day-to-day basis in the cryptocurrency market. All of this, everybody, you guys are going to have it here with what we call DCX. So I'm really excited. I was able to share with you guys, really the basics of what this academy is all about, but also understanding that crypto is just really beginning. I want you guys to understand Bitcoin was once a couple pennies. It was just about $1. NFTs have just been around for about, I'd say popularly since about 2017, 2016. So there's a lot of opportunity here in the market, everybody, and it's really, really early, everyone. So really excited that I was able to be with you guys. I'm going to pass it over back to Chase so he can wrap it up. And other than that, everybody, it was a pleasure, my man. And I hope you guys were able to get the nuggets and really the information you guys need about crypto. Take care, everyone.
Nick, guys, if you guys got this link from somebody else, feel free to reach out to them, get your questions answered, find access to someone like me, and whoever got you guys here, reach out to them. We'll get your questions answered. We have day 2 tomorrow. We'll send the link out as well, guys. 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Thank you guys.